Absolutely, it's 42. Hey everyone, we're live again. There we go. Here we go. Welcome back to another episode of Raging Rolls, playing Icewind Dale, Rime the Frostmaiden. Episode 23 tonight. Without any further ado, I don't think we've got any other things to mention before we kick into it. We can roll straight into intros. You! And welcome back. All right, let's dive right in. So just a quick recap of last session. After trying to track down and investigate Speaker Oris Mastu in the town of Tourmaline, it was uncovered. Like you found him at his home. I think Tolman managed to find like a secret ledger, and after much struggle and deception in terms of Sly's part for drawing him out with alluring him out of his office, you managed to get out of his bedroom this massive chest because no one could open it at the time, and found a few goodies therein. Having been done with Tourmaline, you all decided to head off towards Lonelywood. Walking along the lonely way towards Lonelywood, the quiet is loud on your cold ears. You catch the occasional glimmer of eyes from behind trees. The fauna is watching your arrival. Despite the late hour, you feel urged onwards as though something is pulling you on a tether. After 2 to 3 hours dredging through the snow on foot, you come across a weathered sign. 2 narrow white triangles from top to bottom meeting in the middle on a background of forest green. Tolman, you recognize this as the heraldry of Lonelywood, which is fitting since, looking down at your feet as you trudge through the snow, you see a partially covered sign on the ground that says Lonelywood. As you move onwards...
Lonelywood, guys.
As you move onwards, the trees either side of you give way to some small dwellings. Up ahead, you see a small figure in a top hat round a corner and head down the street towards town away from you.
Sorry, Jeremy, does it look like that?
Pretty well bang on, yes.
I've got that on a old sailcloth from the Bremen speaker's house.
You do.
Doesn't really mean much, but I thought I'd just cash in on that.
On the back of the good note somewhere.
Connection.
I can put that one away now.
I thought for a second you just quickly sketched and coloured in while I was describing it. Well, that was impressive.
Impressive.
Did anyone see that strange person with the hat? The really, tall hat? And it had, a little bit of a top on it? How do I get one of those? I mean, I'm kind of jealous. I mean, I gave Beatrice the Carmen Sandiego hat, but now I kind of want a hat too.
Right, well, let's jag him down and go find him then. Come on.
All right, we head over to where that person with the top hat.
Did he take off, or was it just a random bystander? That...
We're chasing.
Where did you get your hat?
Well, I didn't. You didn't see them running away, but they were, walking briskly towards the middle of town. Bearing in mind, it's about 2 a.m. now.
That's also an odd time to be out and about. So let's follow the person with the top hat so I can get it. Find out where he got
wearing
it.
a top hat at 2 a.m. when there's no sunlight.
Just wearing that hat, nothing else, or he's literally.
Well, as
That's the top.
as you draw closer to this person, you see a small gnome in this hat. She wears the hat is all like ripped and tattered. She wears a vest, a skirt, and like a vest. I said a vest, didn't I? A vest, a skirt, undershirt. Her bushy hair is messy and unkempt, and she has a pipe she's smoking. And each time she pulls on it, you can see the light reflected from her small dark eyes. And as you approach her, she looks up at you and goes, What are you doing here? Who are you?
We are humble travellers along these roads. We just arrived in town, but we had a very important question. Who is your haberdasher, and how do we get one of those amazing hats that you currently have on?
Where did you get that hat? Where did you get that hat?
How much is that hat in the window?
Hey, Mark, for that little song, I'm going to give you an inspiration card.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay,
Nice,
they're all
nice.
stuck to my table right now.
Why are they sticky?
No, I just can't get my fingers under them.
Don't know.
Oh my God. Okay, we have one. The first one is the Flames card. Okay, we have a second one. Again, I can't get it. Second one is the Fates card. The third
draw this
one.
now?
Yep, you get to pick one. The Throne card. Can't read backwards.
Go with the thorn. With me throne.
The fourth one is the Key. You may
I'll go
pick
with
one
the
of these as inspiration. I'll hold them up again.
Fire.
I'm going to leave it to the fates and pick the fates.
The Fates. Okay. I will transfer this card for you in our hands, our deck hand. Cards.
Do I sit on that? Like I get to use it at some point?
Yeah. Let me just find the bloody thing in here. Where is it?
That's pretty cool.
Fates. I'll figure out how to transfer it in a second, but for now... Do you guys see that? Hang on. Ooh, there we go.
Yes.
Cute.
Pretty.
Ooh.
If I click it,
What are they-
it just
are they
turns it
tarot?
around.
No, I like D&D cards.
But it should also say the Fates card in... Oh, hang on. The Fates card.
It's the witches from
I've always
Hercules.
believed in tarot.
In the Foundry menu in the top right hand, you've got cards on the right hand side that you can see what it does.
So what?
All playlists is an option for cards, and then you can see your card
Once I get it, figure out how to
Okay.
transfer
There
it.
we go.
once it's there.
This one says you can re-roll a single d20 roll you've just made. You must use the second roll.
Ooh.
Okay.
Save that for that one.
Yeah, don't forget that, and I'll figure out how to transfer at a break or something. All right.
The fates smile kindly upon me.
Fates. Okay. She says, my hat, what's, you're like, I don't know. I've had it for so long, it's been a hand-me-down from my father. But enough about hats. No, what are you doing walking around Lonelywood in the middle of the night?
And same question goes for you.
Who are you people?
People.
Is there a report?
Travelers, we came in. We saw you also walking around. I mean, we're no bear in the woods, but like, we thought that we wouldn't be too alarming to you. and thought that we would ask you, one, where your hat came from, and if it was in locally, and also, like, is there someone that we could stay? And also, why are you out so late as well?
Why the amount is my business, not yours. I know you not from a bar of soap. And as she, like, sort of, like, is fleeing, trying to brush you away, you can see her arms.
She actually washes.
Are you saying that to me or to her?
You first.
What was the question? I kind of broke up. You say, does she actually?
Like she actually washes?
No, I wouldn't know you from a bar of soap.
She
He's
wouldn't know
implying
about
she
something.
wouldn't know what soap is.
You can make a perception check to try and gauge that.
I don't want to know.
Come on.
That's a 20.
20.
Non-natural.
Yeah. You get the sense that she probably washes occasionally, but not as often as you normally would, as Beatrice would, for sure.
Well, then I'd probably go, oh, well, that's funny. I didn't think you knew what a bar of soap was at all.
She stops for a second and looks at you, gives you a hard look. While you're
And
making it,
smile pleasantly.
while you were trying to suss out whether she is soaped or not, you noticed, like, up and down her arms is just covered in tattoos. Her neck is covered in tattoos. Almost every part of her is covered in it.
Yeah,
Anything
gosh,
familiar?
I like again.
Like that previously.
Just quick question. Does she look like she doesn't seem like she's very rugged up? Like she's in a vest and an undershirt and her arms are showing. Does that seem a bit weird? Or is that more just like...
Yeah, is there any of the tattoos, like iconography, that would be potentially eye-catching?
Hang on a second. Greykov, you can make an insight check on that if you like. We're trying to suss out if like, why she would be doing this.
Oh,
Natural
damn. First that's 20 tonight.
Nice.
You
It's
kind
so
of
much
pick up.
better than
That's my
last
good
week's
roll.
rolls.
I did my good roll.
Oh, you
guys.
had to say something.
You kind of pick up that it looks like she doesn't even feel the cold. Like, she's just immune to it almost.
Short stature keeps it warm longer.
So, I believe
Blood doesn't
I
go
have
far.
psychic communication ability with my wizardy thing that I got going on. I just need to double check that.
You're looking for
I have
some
a
place
psychic
to stay.
connection.
Is that what I heard? Looking for
No,
some
no,
place
I
to
do too, actually.
We definitely are looking for somewhere to stay. Maybe we need to do some stuff around.
Maybe.
Well,
Just got to town and it's pretty cold and it's very late and
No, I need my.
And
Like, really?
oh, yeah, that's
how are
it
you
is.
not cold?
Racial features.
Oh, I can't really explain it. It's been like this since I was a wee child. It's just I don't feel the cold. That's why I'm so adapted to this area, I guess.
You know,
I just-
I've heard of that sometimes being born under the right moon.
Is
God
that
just
what it
doesn't
is?
hit too hard.
No.
Do you want
Is it a
to
full
come
moon by
round
chance?
for a wee little drink before I knock off for the evening?
Well, if you're inviting us round for a drink, we won't say no.
yeah, something to warm the bones. Knock off. Are you a town guard or something?
Oh no, none of that. I've just been around with friends. Oh, none of your business where I've been. I've just been seeing a friend. Is all.
Ah.
I'm knock off. I mean, go to bed for the evening. Let me just show you
Well,
the map.
Well, if you're going to invite us round for a drink, that's great. I'll bring a carrot. We'll make a meal of it.
What? Like, roll for confusion.
Can I just like wander over to Tolben? And I'm not really gonna be subtle because I have no charisma. I'm just gonna like whisper to him, like whisper my whisper spell at him, going like, "Can you stop for 2 seconds, please?" Not you, Tolben.
Enough with the carrots, Tolman. We get it.
Can you determine if she's some kind of druid? Seems familiar from a ways back. Alright, now what do you want? Just use the
DM, with my crazy perception and my ability to, understand druid and druid craft, or any of the tattoos or her shabby, look make me think she might understand Druidic if I was to mention a word of Druidic?
What would you roll for that?
What about this? I'll
Insight.
just say to her in Druidic, I'll just say, a drink sounds lovely.
Okay. She looks at you as you say that, and she's like, turns back to whoever was just previously speaking. Is your friend here all right? Speaking in tongues?
He was kicked by a donkey when he was young. Sometimes he has hard time conversing, but
Right.
he's all right.
Right. Well,
Bit of carrot caught in my throat. Apologies. I
that's,
just
it's all right.
suddenly look at B and just like,
He has some booger sugar.
Ixnay on the druid say.
Well, come. I'll get you one neat little whiskey to warm you up, and then send you on your way. I'll give you some direction on where you might be able to find some bed for the evening, if you're lucky. And
That'd be
she-
great. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your hospitality. I say as I am trying to read their intentions on if they're going to, sell us into slavery or harvest our organs.
Make an insight
Or
check.
just give you a hat.
I would really like the hat. I mean, if it comes down to it, I want to take the hat. That's all I want. 16.
You don't pick up any ill intent from how she's engaging with you. She takes you through some of the streets of Lonelywood. So you met her about... just click to the map for a second.
I can't see the map. so-
Why can't
black for us.
anybody see anything? One
'Cause
second.
it's black. They don't
One
like
second.
us.
It's also black on the stream.
Yep. It is now not black. So you saw her about here. Why can't I ping? I'm on the wrong thing. About here.
Mhm.
She was coming out of that small kind of dead end. And she leads you down towards the end of the street. Around through this small kind of back road here. Through to this small house. It is not big. Passing by a couple of different places, you see a sign on the door of this place you walked past that says The Happy Scrimshander before you make your way into her house. She brings you all in, bustles you in. Inside you can see even in the brightest light, this will be a fairly dark place. The windows look like they haven't been cleaned in years. You see just trinkets and mechanical devices just lining every surface possible. The desk or workbench in the middle of the room is covered in little vials of different colored liquids and different needles and instruments and tubes which all lead from one thing to another. It's almost confronting when you first enter the room. And then next to this bench there is a well-worn chair with a slight recline to it. There's a few other small stools sitting around, but not many, to the point where half of you will not find a chair.
Are they all gnome-sized?
They're all... no, they're not all gnome-sized. There's a varying degree of sizes. You've probably got like one gnome-sized chair and then a couple of other like normal-sized chairs.
How
Yeah,
high is the ceiling?
Normal. It's good, 10 feet.
As we enter in, I'll say stay standing. Thank you so much for your hospitality. I apologize. What was your name? My name's Sly.
Oh, right. Introductions. My name is Tilly. Tilly Slackett. And this here is my my small my shop. This is my as you might be able to tell from what's laying around, I'm a tattoo artist.
Really?
Yeah, there's a few. Well, there was some trade here from people coming in up the coast and making their way into one of the first towns from the shore. That seems to have dried up a little bit now, but that's why there's just crap everywhere in here. She starts to set down a few fairly dusty cups and pour some brown liquid into it.
I have a question for you. Do you do tattoo removal?
Remove.
Tattoo removal.
That doesn't make a lot of sense. Why would you want to remove one of these fantastic pieces of art?
Well, what if you got a
Pretty
shitty
boring.
one night when you were drunk and you regretted it?
I don't think. I've never dabbled in removal. I mean, I've had. She thinks for a second. I've had one person ask me once, many moons ago, to cover something up, to make something look like something else, but never to remove. Do you need a tattoo covered up?
Maybe.
Tilly, are these tattoos of yours purely cosmetic, or are they a bit on the spicy side?
Spicy side.
Will I feel tougher, stronger if I get a tattoo from you?
It depends, my friend.
He wants to know if it will enhance his virilness.
Virility. Oh, look, the tattoos that I inscribe on people perform all sorts of characteristic enhancing qualities. They just look fucking cool. But, my friend, if any of you has the right amount of coin, then I've been known to dabble in something like spicy tattoos.
How much?
Yeah. How much? What
How
she said.
much?
Yes.
These require some very, very special and hard to come by inks and pigments.
Yes. So if you could
Your-
contribute a number to that, what would that be?
Specialized tattoos start at 100 gold pieces.
Very well. You get
Who would
many
like to go
customers-
first?
Well, you get many customers here out then, like charging such exorbitant prices.
Not many of people in this region are looking for the more spicy of variety of my my art.
I see.
What? How much does a normal tattoo cost?
That's
You have a
5
port-
gold.
Do you have a portfolio we can flick through? Like,
I've got my little sketchbook here, and she's like, she
Did you do your own?
some, yes, not all, and some of them are a bit tricky to get to. Some.
As she's like flicking through the portfolio, there's like some that are infernal, and it's like underneath it says honor. I'm like, that doesn't say honor. That says how much.
Tattoo chicken. Tilly, what about a trade? We've picked up plenty of interesting things along the way.
Maybe you have
About
some-
I haven't decided.
maybe bring the amount down, or we'll call it even. I've got some interesting things here you could use to, turn into some interesting additives to your
okay.
tattoo.
Such as what?
I've got the beak of an owlbear or a feather. I've got a mimic tooth that you could grind up and add in. Surely that's got a bit of magical pop. I've also got a scale of the Loch Ness monster. Not that you know what the Loch Ness is, but it's pretty impressive. And I've got a troll tentacle as well.
3 cloaker teeth.
Actually, the other thing I would, Beatrice would get a thing in her mind as Tolbin speaks. Is like, hey, if I get this crystal that lets me speak in your brain like this tattooed on me, would that work?
Well,
Sorry, I was reading something.
Ah,
So
Sure.
if like,
yeah, absolutely.
damn, would that work? I would also ask the tattoo artist.
What are you asking?
Okay, first. So if the crystal that I picked up that
Yep.
allows me to speak telepathically, if that was crushed down and then tattooed on my body, would that then work? And then I don't have to carry around the crystal all the time.
You have this crystal?
Yeah.
May I see it?
Just pull it out.
You
I
you
speak
hand
in her brain. I was like,
you
here
hand-
it is.
you hand. Oh, that
You
is
don't
spicy.
hand it over to her, that's part of the curse.
I don't know that there's a curse. Nobody's told me there's a curse.
Do you hand it over to her?
Oh, there's absolutely.
But I'm still attuned to it.
Mhm.
So
She takes it and has a very close look at it. She's like, "This is interesting. Now this could be worth something in an exchange. I've not seen something like this before, but I get the feeling that
Probably cursed.
I get the feeling that whatever this carries with it may lose its ability if this is shattered, broken, or ground down to become a pigment."
okay. Grab it back because I don't
Oh,
want to be.
yeah, she was about to just hold on to that thing
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. All right, I'll sit back in solemn contemplation.
The bearded fellow there. You had all these things to trade, and your feline friend. I'm sorry, I know nobody's name here. I've told you mine. I'm Tilly, and you are
I'm Tolban Whitescat.
Tolman. Tolman. That name is familiar.
Well, I'm from Bremen.
From Bremen.
Lived there for many years with my wife.
Yeah, that's mine.
Yes, I remember now. You have all these things you said you had. If look, if you are after a spicy tattoo, you give me the tentacle you had, the teeth.
Mm-hmm.
What's that feather from?
That's a feather from an owlbear.
That's no good to me. But the scale of this creature?
Yeah, there was a well, I mean, it's a pretty special creature. It's currently living in the lake near Bremen, and it's a talking dinosaur, mate.
You talking about Nessie from the Mad Weldon,
Yeah.
just out there? And she sort of points
Nessie's-
towards the lake.
Tails. Pretty rare. It's me and Nessie, the only two people who've got him.
You give me those 3 items, and I'll give you a spicy tattoo for 30% off.
But that, hey, I'm not made of money. It's why I'm trying to trade you things.
My friend,
Oh,
this,
well,
is this is my livelihood.
Well, hold on for a second. We'll see whatever somebody else wants, and maybe I'll give my 30% to one of them.
What?
I'm a pretty skint guy. I feed myself, and I live off the land. Gold doesn't really come through my pockets much. But happy to help out any of the other crew here.
We did acquire 100 gold worth of gems.
Yes. What types of spicy tattoos are we talking about? Like, what can they do? Look through the
can
portfolio.
they do? Looking through the portfolio, indeed. They can do such things as
Stuff.
Things and stuff.
the order of things in this book is terrible. Some of these tattoos give you extra kind of protection, almost acting like a thicker skin when needed. Some of these particular pigments, and she picks up one particular kind of syringe which has like this swirling green in it, which almost looks like it's trying to get out. I've been experimenting with this one. You can almost reach out and come alive and grab things that you're trying to grab hold of.
Stranger.
And what? And I've got one more I'm working on, which means that the ink in the tattoo actually flows through your finger, and you no longer need and quill ink of any kind to write a message. You can just
I like that.
wave your finger.
That's delightful.
Actually, that sounds really useful because I know, Beatrice, you can do that a little bit, and I can do it with the crystal. But if someone else could do that as well, like if Grey Cold could do that, if he's off by himself doing his thing, and then something happens, he could then be like, "Hey, pineapple."
I don't know what you're talking about, but this particular tattoo, you can like write on something with just your finger. You don't normally need a feather or a quill or
You mean
something.
right on parchment.
Yes,
Oh.
because it's very expensive. You know, you'd only have to go through 10 vials of ink for that thing to pay for itself.
Eggs. She gets it. She gets the value of this kind of thing.
Oh yes, you're yes. Hmm.
Did
You
you
know-
want to? Did you want a tattoo, Beatrice?
Absolutely not. But it's a good idea. You got going.
Do you want the benefits of a tattoo though?
It would really only come in useful like
You engrave stuff?
for like scribing scrolls and shit. I'm gonna go there.
Well, what about one of the other tattoos? What was there? There was one for better AC, is it? Thicker skin?
Yeah, better
And
AC.
one for like a mage hand sort of thing, I'm guessing.
One was a coiling grasp tattoo.
Okay. Look, I'm not against if somebody in the group wants to get an AC bump. I'm not opposed to throwing a few things, getting 30% off, and then we spend 60 gold and someone with charisma can rail them down a bit.
I'm happy to trade in some of the stuff that we've picked up over the time to bump up people who don't have a very high AC. I mean,
My AC is 13, but I do have mage armor. Which
This-
like,
I'd like that, but
What's your AC, Grekov?
15.
mine's
Probably not.
15 as well.
mine's
but-
13.
But if we is it like a permanent buff to just the AC? So would it stack with mage armor, DM, or
If you're looking at the details within her portfolio to get the specs of the tattoo, while you aren't wearing armor, the tattoo grants you an armor class depending on the tattoo's rarity. Okay, so you would get one which is 12 plus your dex mod.
That'd be pretty good. That'd be +3 for me.
It's like leather armor.
yeah, that's pretty good. Like
Pretty-
that bumps you up to 15 as well.
Because that wouldn't interact with my arcane spellcasting at all. Which
Yeah.
would be good.
Yeah.
Nice.
It does require attunement.
Interact with mage armor either.
Wait, did you hear that?
It does. So you'd need to attune to it.
Yeah.
But we haven't got lots of attuned items at the moment, so it's probably worthwhile for
Yeah.
100 gold now.
Well, what's your AC with mage armor?
It would be the same.
Well, then you could have a spell slot where you wouldn't have to worry about mage armor.
Yeah, and the mage armor I have to like spend an action casting as well, and it only lasts for like 8 hours.
Whereas this would just be like you'd have it all the time.
Hmm.
Well, I have 100 gold pieces from somewhere recently that
Well,
I have
In the chest.
disseminated.
Chest.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to give up. So give me the specifics with the crystal, DM.
Mm.
Would I be willing to give it up or not?
No.
No. Well, I could like put
No.
some money towards it. I don't have a lot. I mean, I gave you the stuff from the monster. If that would also, when we're down in the mines, that would help.
So we have a deal, and she pours like another drink for everyone. Maybe, and she kind of like gestures towards Jorgen, like maybe we can shave him and then tattoo him. Let's do that.
Yeah, what?
You don't
He does
scare
not
me.
consent. Do not consent.
Shape.
In any case,
Yeah,
you
we're
may
gonna do a little kissing.
think about it, but these inks don't last forever. If you need somewhere to stay, I can point you in the right direction, though it might be a little hard to find something at this hour.
What do you mean they don't last forever?
I'd
What?
say it'd
Like
probably be-
in the vial here, I have to. Once they're in your skin, they last as long as they last. But
Oh.
I need to keep doing things here to make sure they're fresh.
All right.
Jesus.
Oh, I'm out.
No?
Can I do a perception
So-
check?
I'm just casually out of character to the party. Maddie has some items of loot that have been given to her that when you look up the prices online are kind of astronomical.
Really?
I mean, like, for like what it is that we have access to and funds generally, like the potion of Frost Giant Strength was like 500 gold pieces as like a sale price. The force is like anywhere 500 to 5,000 gold pieces. So like,
What?
I've got 2 of them. No, I've got 1 of them.
Doesn't
Which
mean they're gonna
everyone
be
gets
paying that
tattoos.
But
price.
that could be like 1,000 gold effectively for stuff.
But we're also in an area where there is scarcity, and the trade is pretty dry. So we've got to like also think of that, though.
Yeah, but there's also like magic shit is like then even rarer and would be
Hmm.
more valuable, you would think, because that's like even the mundane things cost more when we're looking for them.
Well, why don't we hold on to this? We have a bag that has 100 gold pieces worth of gems. At least get
Oh,
Beatrice
and I have
okay.
a bag of gems too.
Yeah. Get Beatrice set up because, like, I mean, those other stuff sounds interesting, but it's not like tickling my fancy.
Did I say
I know
100
it's-
gold per tattoo? I said 1,000 gold is what I meant.
You said
No.
100 gold. That's
And
what you said
out
to
of
start off
character, I was
with.
bringing that up to the party.
But no, okay, to the party. I mean, Beatrice, like, would it be more be beneficial for you to get the tattoo that bumps up your AC, so that way you have an extra spell slot where you don't have to catch mage armor like
Yeah,
every day?
Like more utility or damage or I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm down for it. Let's
I'm down for buffing the wizard.
yeah, buff the wizard.
Also
How
is-
many of the AC buff?
Well, do you want to split out
Like,
the
could
money
you
you
do?
got from split out the money that you got from what was the last place that we were at?
Tourmaline.
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 I'm just like, it's not Targos, but that's the only word that's coming to the city.
So, if are we all here? So
No, we're not.
okay. So I've got 100.
Because Nick's not there.
The
Not there.
these particular inks and pigments take
Mate.
some time to manufacture, and I can't keep them forever. So I've got enough for like 1 of these particular tattoos.
And it's a pretty big tattoo, so I'd have to go with a pretty large piece of skin on Beatrice, wouldn't it? Like maybe like a lower back tattoo sort of thing. Right?
You try and give me a tramp stamp, you hobbit.
No, I'm just thinking like because that's quite powerful magic. So it would require a large area for the magic to take effect.
Well, maybe I'll get it tattooed across my buttocks then. Then there's 2 cold cheeks to work with.
You see, at that moment, she just knocks back her 3rd drink again. She's like, look, I don't mean to be a pain here, but it's been great to catch up with you all, and if you are ready to get one of these, I'm happy to give you one of these inkings now, or we can. I'm knackered.
Do it.
After she's had 3. Yeah, that sounds great. All right, I
Steady
have
things.
$32 in gems and 9 gold pieces in my inventory.
So I've got 100 gold pieces. So if we split that 6 ways
Yeah.
for
Well, I'll give over 2 of the items. I want to keep the Nessie. What do you call it?
Scale.
The Nessie scale.
This is scale.
But I'll give you the other 2 things you asked for, and that knocks 20% off.
Yes.
Okay, so we only need 80 gold now.
All right, well, I have 40.
So we need 40 gold.
Well, but we have the bag of gems though. Why don't
Sure.
we use that?
Yeah.
That makes yeah.
You hand everything over.
Well, we're just like working out where the money's coming from.
Mhm.
Well, because the bag of gems itself is
Once
100
we
gold
got from
pieces.
the last thing.
Hmm?
So, no, that's what I'm
the
asking.
Tourmaline gems.
Yeah, the Tourmaline gems. Is that what you're referring to, Dan? Use
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
just do like,
Yeah, use that, and then that way we still have the other stuff for other. Because this is literally the first place we've come to in this town. There might be other places where we can, like, there might be a potion shop where we can trade the stuff where the monster parts might be more valuable at a potion shop.
So when he gave us that bag of gems from Tourmaline, was that 100 gold pieces worth of gems? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that.
Whilst everyone's talking and stuff, can I ask a quick question telepathically to the gnome? Oh, sorry.
I stole 100 gold pieces worth of gems from the trunk.
Yeah.
From his.
Oh, that's what that was from. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know about that then. I wouldn't
No,
suggest
okay.
that if I didn't know about
How much
it.
did we get from the actual speaker?
75.
Yeah.
Did we
So we
split that?
only need 80. We could just, when we've got that 75. I think that's easy.
Each, actually.
Done. Beacon,
Same
popping
size,
5 gold, 75 from the speaker, and the 20 from the materials.
But she's. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, just sit her down, get her face in the right spot, and just get that face tattoo sorted, and we'll
Yeah,
bed
just
in
straight
and have
across
a
the
few more
forehead.
drinks.
Okay.
Or like a cool
Rag-
neck hat or something. Like,
Well, I guess we'll have to find out now, won't you?
You sit down in the chair, Beatrice. And she's like,
Um,
not an
just-
audience. I don't.
not with
very
an audience?
quickly, before the tattoos start, can I speak to Tilly in her brain hole?
Sure.
Old brain hole.
I will say, don't react. Don't say this out loud. Just respond and I'll hear it. Have you seen a tiefling with 2 young twin brothers named Zevlor and Damon around here?
She looks like you can see her for a second as she's getting her stuff together. She sort of stops for a second, looks around like, where's that coming from? And then
It's
you
me.
just hear her think, no.
Okay,
Like, who the hell are you talking about?
that's right.
She knocks back one more drink and like, okay, we're ready. Anyone else need one last drink before we do this?
Yes,
I
please.
think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you want
Thanks.
privacy, Beatrice, or are we all going to stand here and watch you get a tattoo?
I mean,
we've
like,
all paid for it.
Just shy.
sorry,
Drinks
what?
and the show.
Is this the episode title I like to watch?
Our safe word.
I- That may get flagged with the YouTube algorithm with the VOD.
Back to the game. While Tilly's handing out drinks, I'll druid craft a flower and tuck it on the top of the hat.
Oh, fantastic. She's, oh, thank you. You now have her favor a little. Okay, so if you're all going to sit still and stay there for this. No, you're out?
Oh, no, I'm just gonna. While she's really busy, can I spend a bit of time investigating the place? I want to look for a replacement, like whatever I broke from my thieves' tools. I want to see if she's just going to look
Yeah,
around.
sure.
See if she's got.
Okay. Give me an perception check for that.
Are you going to offend the person who's about to ink my flesh?
I won't. I'm not taking anything yet.
Yet.
Okay.
My question is, where does Beatrice get the tattoo?
Well, this is the magical thing, right? So, Beatrice, as you sit in the chair, and Tilly just says to you, roll up your sleeve.
All right.
And as you roll up whatever sleeves and stuff you have on, she begins to get this needle and start to tap away at this needle on your arm. And as she's doing it, you can see she's kind of patterning in some kind of arcane symbol. But even as it's being tapped on, the ink is disappearing. Okay? What's the first thing that comes to mind for you? First image that comes to mind for you?
Oh, God.
What does Beatrice think about in this moment?
Oh.
Ducks.
I don't
Right.
I'd only be thinking about them if they were like standing in a row watching me get this tattoo, judging
Well,
me.
Are you not,
Well,
wearing,
we
are you
still
not
have
wearing?
us watching you?
Are you not
Yeah,
wearing the
but-
dark bracelet?
No, absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Well, you tell me.
She's like a power fist. As we all watch this.
I was thinking about like how that would be a really weird kind of experience. You know, does it hurt? Does it like?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'd be like, yeah, this is great. But also like, where is all of this going? And like, you know, you kind of imagine like it's seeping like in and drawing down as like droplets, or I don't know, like is it glowing or anything, or you know, what's the color like, or like what's the color of
the ink in the vial itself? It just looks like super dark, like almost black. Right.
Okay. Are you trying to like generate some kind of image for like the tattoo to be represented?
Yeah.
Is that what? Okay. Is it going to be on my arm, or is it going to be elsewhere?
We'll see.
Okay.
So hang on, I'll just explain so you can think about what you want. You'd end up with like something stupid somewhere. It's basically absorbing into your system and letting you, as you think about and attune to it, it'll manifest itself somewhere on your person in some form that you're thinking about.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to share if that's okay. I'll send it in a message.
No worries.
It's a tramp stamp.
Okay, you are now the proud owner of 1 barrier tattoo.
Nice.
At an uncommon level, which is 12 plus your dex mod whilst you are attuned to it.
Hooray! Thanks, team. It's nice and shiny.
You're so brave, Beatrice. You're so brave. You can do it.
And while she's tapping away, she's like, so, look, I know you're looking for somewhere to stay in the area. I appreciate you're from out of town, but truth be told, the local inn closed about 2 years ago when the Groots, the innkeeper at the time, seemed to have killed himself. And no one's really been in there, or no one's really used it for an inn since. No one's taken it over. Anyone who is fresh to town and looking for somewhere to stay normally just heads over to see the town's speaker, Nimsy, and she typically just puts people up in her attic.
Lindsay is sus.
Nimsy, Nimsey.
Even with a name like Nimsy. More sus now.
Okay, well, it's quite late, and I don't know, like, would they even be awake at this time?
Oh God, no one's awake. This is a stupid hour to be awake, except for the nightlife, like me and you lot. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, night owl.
You're saying sorry that the Gregor pops his head out from behind a shelf from where he's just like, about. What are you saying that the tavern or the inn is closed? Is there anything like anyone occupying the inn at the moment?
No, no one's in there. I think, and she's still tapping away. Sort of brings down her glasses for a second to look at you. No, I'm pretty sure the loggers just keep some spare lumber in there, just as a storeroom to keep things out of this frigid snow.
Where do travelers usually stay?
With the speaker, but we don't get too many travelers around these parts no more.
And I mean,
we could probably just camp.
Just to remind the DM, you did ask for an investigation check for Rakov,
I know.
which I think we got distracted by because we were all.
I saw it and remembered it. Yeah.
Okay. So, and what is it this town? Because other towns have been giving up stuff to the Frostmaiden, to Oral. What's this tech town been sacrificing?
Yeah.
Just to make sure we don't accidentally break any taboos.
Yeah.
Bring...
It's good you're being mindful of the local fear. We have to sacrifice food on the nights of new moons. Nobody eats on those days. And somebody takes a few fish and some meals up to the old shrine of Maleki and leave it there.
Does it get consumed? Or
Oh,
is it just left to rot?
it gets consumed. Yeah, it's not there in the morning. And My brother, rest his soul, was one of the last to take an offering up there. Gregov, with your perception check before, looking around all these different things, she occasionally kind of like gives you a over the glasses librarian type look to make sure you're not breaking any of her stuff. While you don't see like a full set, hey, here's thieves' tools, you do see enough little bits and bobs you could think, like, I could use that for a thing, and I could put that in there, and I could kind of make your own custom thieves' tools. Yeah. While you're also looking around, you see, in fact, most of you would see this, just a small picture hanging on a wall. 2 small gnomes wearing top hats, much fresher back then, much newer and crisp. One of them is clearly Tali, and the other is a male. Big mustache, bushy hair sticking out from under the hat. Both wearing vests.
Archie the Chad? He had a mustache.
It is not Archie the Chad. It should be, but I didn't think about that at the time.
Who's... I apologize. That's obviously you, Tilly. Who's the gentleman?
That's my brother. He's the one who took the food out on that first fateful night. He's still out there, rest his soul.
What, to deliver fish to some god?
Yes, he went out to the shrine to Maleki, and because that's where we thought would be the most logical place to take something to offer to the Frostmaiden, and she struck that very evening. He's out there. She starts to shake a little bit, like gets a bit shaky trying to talk about it.
Is she still tattooing?
The tattoo
Place-
thing? Okay, good.
I'll place a hand on her, and I'll cast Calm Emotions.
She calms down, just keeps tapping away. The rapid tapping picks up again.
Because I'm pretty sure Beatrice doesn't want to have a shaky hand while this is happening.
She says, "No, go ahead."
Why would you take like an offering to one god's like shrine, but in the attempt to give it to a different deity?
We had no shrine, no other shrines or places to take it. And the decision was made back then that if this is a place of worship, then this seems like the most logical place to take it. Jack never took it inside the shrine, but thought just the vicinity of that place would be close enough.
If we bring out, do you have a map? Like, once you're done, could you point where this is? Because we could. I mean, I don't know about the rest of you, but it's worth investigating because it might lead us to what we're looking. Well, one of the things that we might be looking for in this area. We originally came here looking for a talking moose, if that's right, Tali, who has been very quiet.
She's been very quiet.
But
yeah.
If they're around the same area, I mean, it wouldn't hurt for us to have a look, guys, right?
Don't take yourselves out there. These woods are nothing but death and violence. Now, from that blasted moose.
I quote Simba, "I laugh in the face of danger. Ha 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 ha."
It'll be your end. She finishes up with your tattoo, Beatrice, and you can just decide wherever that ends up. Your arm is red raw. You can kind of see the red lines, I guess, from what you can imagine, like where you've just been jabbed 1,000 times with a needle in kind of a symbol or a sigil. But yeah, no ink appears on your arm.
It's weird. I was expecting more of a, tattoo.
Does it hurt?
This, my friend, is one of those what did Tolbin say? Spicy tattoo. Yes. Give it a moment, dear. It'll be exactly what you're after.
Marvelous.
Does it hurt,
Everything
Beatrice?
it would be
Can you-
and more.
Can you cover my tattoo with another tattoo but use the same ink so it goes away? That's what I meant with the removal.
I don't think it works like that. We could certainly try if you're willing to part with some more gold.
Because there's no tattoo on her arm. It's like invisible ink, and if
Oh.
using invisible ink, you could probably cover my one.
It's not invisible. It's just hasn't manifested itself just yet.
Oh, is this magic?
Yes, it's
Oh, shit,
spicy.
really? The wizard doing something magical. Oh my gosh.
Well, she's not a wizard.
No,
You're a wizard.
I am aware.
Tattoo artist.
Beatrice, are you? Does it hurt? Are you okay?
I will be perfectly fine.
What happens if we pour alcohol on it?
That will not make it any better.
Oh, okay.
Chili, I hate to be more of an imposition, but if the town speaker would be asleep now, I mean, we could make do if it's okay with you to stay here until the morning.
No!
And then
Look around. There is no room for you in this place. There is no room in this. This is not an inn, and there's no room in it.
It depends. Do you share?
Huh? No! Get away from me.
well, no, we have bed rolls and things. Otherwise, we're probably just going to walk outside and camp outside your front door.
I have no room for 8
We could go to
people
this-
and then myself in this
Tavern.
small space. Like I said, you can go find the speaker, but they're gonna be asleep. You can go find the ramshackle, but it's gonna be creepy as shit. Or you can fucking go stay in the woods and risk your own life. It's up to you.
Do you not have an inn?
They,
Well,
they
The inn was she said that the inn used to be working, but about 2 years ago the innkeeper killed themselves and the inn hasn't been used ever since.
Is it like haunted or just like they just didn't get anyone to take up the tenure?
I don't think anybody uses it. I think that
Let's just go there.
It
That's
sounds
what
like a
I would
perfectly
think.
reasonable place to sleep. It's abandoned.
Yep.
It's empty.
I
Sure.
love-
Let's fucking do
sure.
it.
She draws you a little map. She's like, oh,
Yeah.
follow the shoreline down. You'll see a broken sign that says ramshackle. I don't
Alright,
think it's locked.
indecisions written
Alright.
all over it.
Beatrice, you could
Alright.
get a fire for the night, can't you?
Get a what
There you
for the
go.
night?
A fire.
Fire.
You can light a bonfire for us. I'll move a bit of earth. Get us some flat ground in there. She'll be apples. Let's get going.
As you all start to walk out, she just
Can I? Before can I buy these from you? And I pick up all those little knickknacks that I reckon I can make a toolkit out of.
Aw. That's a good Greykov.
That
Can
is
I-
character
If-
growth right there.
If this was Baldur's Gate 3,
Yeah,
you would
yeah.
say Slay approved.
yeah. Yeah, by all means you can. What have you got there? This let's say for you 4 gold pieces for those ones.
Very well. Here is 4 gold.
After all, you've almost drunk all my frostfit reserve. That stuff is really good.
Slay would like to be the last one out and then close the door as everyone else leaves.
Okay, as you all kind of exit, she says to Beatrice, oh dear, make sure you don't get that wet for at least 24 hours.
I look outside at like all of the snow and the ice.
Take care now.
And I'm like, I don't want to leave.
So you make
At
your
least
way
kinda,
out,
like, put some
Sly's doing
glad wrap
something.
over it.
Me? Put some glad wrap on it.
I grab her arm and just druidcraft a little weave of branches and leaves over the top of it so it doesn't get wet.
I appreciate it.
What were you going to try to do, Sly?
Oh, can I pluck some
Oh.
feathers off my ducks and create then like tuck them over the top to give them like the water feather coating?
You've got these bushes and feathers. I forgot you've got a bunch of ducks following you around. That's amazing.
You're like,
Quack,
it's like
quack, quack, quack. The ducks were just at the door pecking the whole time, trying to get in.
Yeah. Pops follows you back out. Are we done for the night? Can we go back to bed?
Yeah.
Do you all go out? Sly, were you trying to do something before you exit?
Yeah, I was going to wait till everyone was out, and I was going to ask Tilly to have a look at something.
Okay.
He drops his pants and bends over. Can you have a look at this for me?
No, doctor.
I think of that too.
No.
Intimidation check. No.
No. I'll wait till everyone's like started to walk up the road a bit, and I'll quickly take off my scarf. Tilly, can you have a look at a mark and give me your opinion on it?
If it's a tattoo.
More like a brand, and as the scarf comes down, she'll see like burn marks up to like here
Oh.
that have been covered by the scarf. But then she Sly will turn around and show the mark on the back of her neck. And this started getting really hot recently. Have you seen this before?
She has a close look at it, and you see her quickly fumble around for like an eyepiece, and she puts it up and she has a close look. And it's silent for a few moments. You just hear her like, umming and ahhing a little bit. She comes back. This is not right. This shouldn't be here. This is not natural. Where did you get this? How was it done?
That's a very long story involving a hot poker, but I thought I was done with it and started to flare up again.
This
and
is
I'm
not
a bit
ink.
worried.
It's flaring up.
Yeah, I was
She-
told it wouldn't be a problem anymore, but
If it's getting worse, keep your friends close.
thank you, Tilly.
Now
And
get out. I'm going to bed.
wrap the scarf up, and I'll catch up with everyone else.
Okay. You find your way down following her directions. You see, like, given it's like 3 a.m. now, a couple of places on your way have some faint smoke from dying fires funneling up their chimney. The wind here has really dropped down compared to what you've been used to in other towns. Perhaps it's the trees blocking it, but it's just eerily quiet. As you kind of make your way past a few different houses, heading down towards this direction down here. Zane, can you give me a perception check, please?
Same.
He's on mute, but he's trying to find perception, I reckon.
I rolled a 13.
13.
Casual. It's about passive as well.
Just as you're walking past 2 different houses, you swear you catch a glimpse of the figure of some woman you once knew disappear around a corner.
Where I saw someone.
Well,
Where?
I'm not going to really investigate it. I didn't really see it.
Okay.
Playing in the back of my mind, basically.
Okay. So you'll make your way down to the ramshackle. Does anyone feel like a quick 10-minute break, or do we just carry on?
Ramshackle it up.
Okay.
I'll take a quick break. I need to refresh my beverages.
Yeah.
Okay, quick 10-minute break. Get into the ramshackle.
and you get a deal.
Back soon, folks.
It's going to be haunted. It's going to be so fucking haunted.
So haunted.
Back soon.
bad. He's up.
Level 5! Level 5!